Hi, welcome to lesson number 3. Today I'm going to talk about some basic signs and we're also going to talk about how time is described in American Sign Language. So the first sign I want to teach you today is when. So if you're asking somebody when something is happening, you basically cross from the back and bring it to the forward. You're making this like little circle. So when, and make sure you use your facial expressions. So you can say when, or you can tell somebody, like this is when it's going to happen. So if you want to practice when. Okay. And then how. So you take your hands sort of like this, you hold them in front, and you move one of those, they almost look like C's in a way, but your thumb's kind of up, and you're basically saying how. You can also kind of wiggle it. So if you're asking somebody how, and you want to use your facial expressions, and you can kind of go like that. So how or how, when, how, why. So why, you start at your forehead with your 3 fingers touching your forehead, and you pull it into the letter Y. So you can say why, why. So when, how, why, and then you can say where. You just basically take your finger and you wiggle it around and you're like, where? Where's the party? Okay, so we have when, how, why, where, and then for what, there are a couple ways you can do what. You can take W down to T, so 2 hands going W, T, what. That's kind of the formal way, but when you're talking to somebody in sign language, if you want to ask what, or if you're surprised and you're like, what? You pretty much take your palms up and you go, what? Or you can be like, what? You could go, what, if you really wanted to emphasize. So what is kind of one of those signs that is understood in different ways. What is probably pretty common if you're in the middle of a conversation and you're like, what? You can say what's up or what, or if you want to know like specifically what something is, or if you were totally surprised by something, you might be more formal and be like, what? Like that. Okay, so I think we did all of them. When, how, why, where, and what. So if you were meeting somebody that used American Sign Language as their primary language, you could say, hi, name mine, Megan, nice to meet you, how are you? So some ways to answer that are, you can put your thumb on your chest with the fingers up, and this is fine. You could say good and thank you are the same. So you could say fine, thank you, or you can just say I'm good. If you really want to emphasize it because you're having a great day, you could use 2 hands and be like, good, I'm really good, I'm fine. If you're really fine, you can wiggle your fingers and be like, fine, I'm really fine. If you're not having a good day, you could do bad, not good. Okay, so I also want to teach you some important signs. Yes is basically taking the S or a fist and you're nodding it like a head. Yes. No is taking those 2 fingers from your letter. Remember how M and N, they almost look like the letter N? So you take those 2 fingers and you bring them to your thumb, and that is no. I use this sign all the time with my dog, who knows a little bit of sign language, but no. You could really emphasize it by using 2 hands. No, and make sure you use your facial expressions and you nod your head. No. Okay, so we have yes, no, and then maybe, I'm not really sure. So you're kind of weighing out your options. That's what you're doing with your hands here. So maybe, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. So that's another one, I don't know. So when you bring your hand to your forehead, that's how you sign no. Like, I know what I'm talking about. I know. Knowledge is bringing stuff up to your head. It's all in your head. So you're learning, know, or I don't know. I don't know. So yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so that's kind of the vocabulary lesson for today. What I want to talk about next is how you describe time in American Sign Language, because it's very visual and it also is related to some future signs that we will talk about. So if you look at a person's body, everything in front is the future, everything that is here is the now, and everything behind the person is the past. So the sign for future looks like this. Future. Oops. Future. The sign for now is taking kind of two Y's facing in and you're pulling it straight down. Right now. Now. You're kind of going along this line. And then the sign for the past, or anything that happened before, is you're throwing it to the back. Anything back here is the past, anything here is the future, and anything right here is the present. So I'm going to talk a little bit next week about actually I'll do the sign. This is the sign for week. So next week, that's the week into the future, we're gonna talk about signs that have to do with time, and you're basically moving the signs forward if it has to do with the future, moving the signs backward, like if I was going to talk about what we did last week. So last week was when I started all of this. Next week or next time, or we'll talk more about that. I don't want to get too far ahead. So just to review, we have when, how are you? Why do you feel bad? Then we have, where did I put it? Where is it? Where's the party? And then we have what or what? I think I want you guys to comment. Nobody has sent me a video yet. I had one person send me a private video. You can send me a video in the messages, or a private video where you're introducing yourself and you say, hi, name mine, and then finger spell your name. And then you can say, nice to meet you. How are you? So send that back to me. And also, if anybody has any suggestions for things that you would like to learn in sign language, please comment and I will incorporate it into the next lesson. Yes, I will. No, you don't have to worry. Maybe you will see me next time. I don't know. But anyway, peace to the world. Love you.